Hi everybody, my name is Dennis and welcome back to another album review. Today we're reviewing the latest record from American rapper and singer Lizzo entitled "'Cause I Love You". This was probably my most anticipated album of the year by far. I absolutely adored some of the singles off of this thing. I was addicted to the song Juice when it first came out in January. I was in love with the song "'Cause I Love You". And even though I was a bit on the fence about it at first, the song tempo really did grow on me quite a bit. So I was really, really looking forward to this thing, and it did not disappoint by any means. If anything, it exceeded my expectations. Where Lizzo brings her body positive, uplifting, self confident spirit in just full force, and it is absolutely amazing. This album makes you feel like you can take on the world. It is one of the most confident pieces of music I think I've ever heard, and that confidence exudes right into the listener. It's absolutely phenomenal the way she's able to do it. Take for the example the song "Like a Girl", where she's talking about the strength of being a woman, and she's gonna do things like a girl, and if you want to be like a girl, then go ahead, be like a girl, be strong, be yourself, be independent, be you. And it's really just this beautifully self-confident, positive message over a really fun beat. And if you don't like pop music, you probably won't care for this song too much, because it is very poppy, and it does have almost like a beat drop in the chorus, but I think it's really fun. I think it's really catchy, and does it better than most pop music you hear on the radio. I think and I love some of the lyrics on it where she says like the only exes she cares about are those in her chromosomes, and it's some really just cheeky lines like that just make it that much more fun. Not only does she make you feel like you're a million feet tall, she also makes you laugh at the same time, and that really just adds that much more to the music. Like I said, I won't talk about the singles too much, but like the song "'Cause I Love You" with its beautiful pianos and some really nice hints of rasp in her voice really just bring this track together. It's really just an extraordinary listen that just throws the listener right into the heat of things when the album starts out. The song "Juice" is absolutely hands down phenomenal. I love the 80s style synth heavy beats to it that are very smooth yet still very fun, and she gives a great vocal performance, and I love like the screams she has in her chorus that are just so infectiously fun. It just makes you want to sing along right with her. It's so much fun to listen to just all the way through. The song "Soulmate" is another really inspiring, self-confident track where she talks about needing love is needing to love yourself first. You need to find love while you're alone. And she talks about how she's her own soulmate. And again, there are some cheeky lines, tongue-in-cheek parts here and there where she's saying like she's gonna get flowers every Sunday, and she never tells me to exercise. We always get extra fries, things like that. Where she's talking about herself, of course, because she loves herself and she's gonna do what she wants because that's what she wants to do. And she really just loves herself. She loves her own skin. She loves everything about herself. And she even says, I'm gonna marry me one day, which it's an exaggeration, of course, but it's still a really fun, really inspiring track. And again, this one also has a bit of a poppier beat, so if you don't care for that, you probably won't like this song as much, but I do think it's a really fun sound that makes it really enjoyable. The song "Jerome" was alright. I did think, she brings an amazing vocal performance, as she does on basically every song on here. Her voice is absolutely just phenomenal. It's really astounding. I did think the beat was a bit stripped back, especially coming after some really fun and upbeat tracks. To me, it's almost kind of a jolt, kind of a change in tone that's pretty sudden. I would have liked maybe a bit more of a build-up or a transitionary song, or maybe just Jerome to be moved probably towards the end of the album, where there are one or two songs that have a similar tone to them. I think the song is alright overall, though. I do enjoy some of the lyrics she has where she's telling this person, Jerome, that, like, go home, like, grow up before you can come back and be with me, which is basically just her speaking in this really powerful, emotional, and resentful way that makes the song really enjoyable, even if I do think it's misplaced in the album as far as the order goes. The song Crybaby is a really fun one. I like the very slow but steady, like, chugging guitars that just, it's like skips every 2 beats. It's really fun, it's really groovy, it's really just a fun listen through and through. And again, the song tempo really did grow on me quite a bit as I heard it more and more. It was a very big change from the songs Juice and 'Cause I Love You, which were the singles released prior to Tempo. But in the album, it does fit a lot better, in my opinion, where the beat is just a banger beat. Missy Elliott does great on here as well. I mean, the way Missy Elliott just rolls her R's over and over again is just wow. It's just, oh my goodness, amazing. And I really like the, like, low, heavy synths that come in towards the latter half of the track that provide this nice contrast to the very percussion trap almost esque beat to it. But it suits really nicely and it doesn't feel awkward nor out of place, and I really enjoy that part quite a bit. It makes it a really solid, enjoyable song that keeps things fresh pretty much all the way through. Exactly How I Feel was another highlight on here, where again, Lizzo is bringing all the fun, and around this point she starts to sound a lot more classic, a lot more throwback, where she just bolts out these beautiful vocal performances that are just so powerful and so strong, and she just has so much emotion and strength behind every word she says, and it's just, oh my goodness, amazing. And this song actually features Gucci Mane as well, and Gucci Mane does actually really well, and he's not even really rapping, he's more singing than he is rapping, but he actually does really good. He fits on the really light and happy beat really well, and he adds more to the song than he takes away for sure. The song Better in Color was also pretty enjoyable, for much of the same reasons as Exactly How I Feel, where it has this classic throwback style sound to it, with these absolutely powerful belting vocals from Lizzo, and it just makes it really great. The song Heaven Help Me was one of my favorites on the album for sure. It blends together a lot of her styles from the beginning of the album with those towards this latter half of the album, where it still has her own modern yet unique style to it, while still having hints of 80s and throwback vibes to it. And I love the pianos on here, I love the various instrumentals, and that chorus is just amazing. Like, it's one of the best hooks across the entire album, and I really do love just every second of that song. Heaven Help Me is hands down one of the best songs on this album. And it closes off on another really high note with the song Lingerie, which has these really sexy, almost drowned out guitars in the background, along with, towards the latter half of the track, what sounds like some really nice strings and even a flute at times, which is just so amazing how she manages to fit all that in right at the end there, but it all sounds so nice together, where she sings very soft and very open, yet it's very revealing to her own personality, where she's discussing just waiting for her lover to come back home. She's lounging around in her lingerie, and it's this really open, vulnerable track that I think does a lot to contribute to her personality on the album, and it makes it just that much more personal in my opinion, where even though I absolutely adore the self-confident and body-positive messages that she's portraying throughout the entire album, I really do think that this is one of the best moments on here just because of how personal it is. And even though it may not have the outrageously fun and catchy hooks like Heaven Help Me or Like a Girl may have, it makes up for that with just the pure heart that goes into it. And with all that being said, I loved this album. It is one of the best albums I've heard this year for sure. And I really hope to see Lizzo continuing to improve, because I think this was a massive improvement on much of her previous work, which, although I thought it was pretty good, it wasn't to this level of jaw-droppingly amazing. So with all that being said, I'm feeling a solid 9 on this. Definitely check it out. It's one of the best pop R&B albums you can ask for in this day and age. And I really hope you give it a fair shot, because I think that it has something for everybody. So that being said, be sure to tell me what you thought of the album. Tell me how wrong my opinion is, as always, and I'll see you in the next review.